thick right in here, so we're going to take some of that out. You want them thick, but you want them uniform more than anything. This will taper, it'll be a little thinner here, and it'll be a little thicker here. And then of course right where this meets, it's going to be very thick, so and we have to be careful there. Now there's a way for me to measure how thick this is, because I can go down to where I can see the bottom here and measure this pot, and right now it's an inch and 2.5 inches, which is what I want. And then if I measure it here, I see it's 1.5 inches, so I know that this is an inch thick here. So I can go down just a little bit more. I like it just below about an inch. Three-quarters of an inch of clay is really, really, really strong. Now I'm just going to smooth this off just for craftsmanship purposes. If it doesn't look good, it probably isn't, so you might as well make it look good. I will glaze this outside. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the inside. I need a little slip on there. I'm going to force that sand down in just so when the glaze is adhered. And again, if you notice, I put my hands together. I always use two hands when I can. Use a clean edge. You hear that sand? Okay, now before I go any further, I want to make sure that this rim is flat and so it can seat. And then I want to slip it because this rim will show. So a little mark here. I moved it about a 32nd of an inch. Not quite enough. Voila. I'm just removing that mark. Take a flat tool and cut in a little bit here, and then down again, keeping my fingers on the bat, which is flat. And I'm going to cut this at a little bit of a concave, so when it's put on the counter, use a mastic, which is kind of a glue or a grout, that there's actually a little relief in here, so the grout will be thicker right at at the inside edge, but it'll be thinner on the outside edge so you won't see it. So it's just a little technique to help the plumber or the carpenter who's putting it in look good. That's pretty much the rim. Take my hockey brush. Slip that. Got a little teeny edge on this rim. I want to do it again. I want it rounded just slightly. We might slip that again when we're all done. So now we got to deal with this part, and what I want to center on is this opening here, because this opening is reflective of the pot inside, not this. This is reflective of the back. So what I'm going to do, cut that smooth, and then I'm just going to put my needle here and see how close it is to round. It's just a little thinner here than there, so I'm just going to move this just an iota. I mean just a teeny bit.
Okay.
And see how good that was. Smooth this here and see. So you see I'm just a little off. It's a little thicker there than there, so I'm going to move it again an iota. Oop, that was more than an iota. That was 2 iotas. So we'll try again. Now there's a better way to do this, which is to use 2 bats, but I forgot. So we'll just play with it until we get it right.